Brilliant. Please welcome to the show Jane, Chris and Emma.
You got out of it.
You did get out of it. Have you mastered those silks yet?
We don't have to master them. We just have to avoid them.
You've turned your silk into a shirt. Is that what you did? That's the only way out. You cut the top off and made it into a shirt. It looks fantastic.
No doesn't even justify a comment like that.
But Jane, as Chris was saying, they are tricky, those silks, the length of them. How are the pros getting on with them?
Actually, what we saw there on VT were sort of experimental ones, and the real ones are lighter, so they do float a bit more because they're real silk. And the more you do it, the more you get used to it. We did have to shorten them a little bit so people didn't keep tripping up.
They're now silk hankies.
They're
about that.
big now.
We're obviously very excited to see the performance on Sunday, not least because Catherine Jenkins and Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber are going to be there as well. I'm not sure whether Lord Webber is a big skater, although Catherine is a big fan.
I am so excited to be performing on Dancing on Ice. It's going to be the premiere of a new song that's just been written by Andrew Lloyd Webber. I can't believe that Torval and Dean are going to be dancing whilst I'm singing, and I think it's going to be really difficult to even concentrate on what I'm doing because I am a massive fan of theirs.
Oh, let's hope that gorgeous face doesn't get wrapped up in one of your silks. That'd be a tragedy.
Have you choreographed that, where they're going to be and where the silks are going to end up and stuff?
Yeah, we've planned it, but whenever you work with props, you never know what's going to happen on the night, and it is, it's going to be live, so we'll see.
Nerve-wracking things. Emma, now, it's been nearly 2 months since you joined us.
Yes.
Clearly you've been enjoying yourself. What sort of judge do you consider yourself to be now?
I think, hopefully, honest. I'd like to give them constructive criticism so they can go away and work on simple things. You know, somebody actually said the other day, oh, why did you say that Gary looked sexy? I didn't say he looked sexy, I said he was being sexy, and that's what I look for in a performance. You know, I want to get something out of that performance, so that's the main thing.
We've noticed a transition, haven't we?
We have.
From Baby Spice to Fiery Spice.
Oh.
One of our viewers, Emma, from Stoke-on-Trent, said people thought you'd be a softie and a pushover, but they were wrong. Let's have a look at this.
I just thought it looked messy, it was unsteady, and when you lifted her, I felt physically sick. I didn't believe the story between you at all. It's a little bit like deja vu for me. It's like, but a different outfit each week. I don't think that the competition can really start while you're still here.
Hang your head in shame, Emma Bunton.
No!
Do you think that one was a little harsh?
No,
No?
not really.
But Dr. Hillary is...
Of course, I adore him, but I don't, particularly look at and think, oh, it's Dr. Hillary. I have to look at what he's doing. He's in a competition.
So why did you put your head in your hands?
Because putting them all together is quite scary.
See, have you made a concerted effort to go, I'm going to be tough?
No, not really. I've just come to be honest. And again, I've been in their position as well, on another show, and I was in a competition, and the judges were very harsh with me, but I felt that it worked. I worked harder, and I wanted to achieve something different every week, so...
I mean, Jane and Chris, how hard it is for you to hear, because you're their mentors, how hard is it for you to hear them being criticised?
Well, we expect it. I mean, we've grown up performing in front of judges too, so we know that it can be harsh at the time, but actually it's meant to be constructive. It's something to go away and work on, and as a judge, it's you're asked for your opinion, and that's what Emma gives, and Jason, Karen, Robin, Nikki, that's what they do. They may not all be the same, but
you may not want to hear it.
May not want to hear it, but that's what their job is.
This week's required element, let's talk about that, which is unassisted jumps. Now, I'm intrigued by this because actually some of the guys are going for it and some of the girls seem to not be jumping so high. How important, Chris, is getting the air with the unassisted jumps?
Well, it's called a jump, so we want to leave the ice, and the more air you get, the more dynamic it looks. If you barely leave the ice, we can hardly call it a jump.
So it's important that they get up in the air and they land the jumps as well.
It has to be clear, and there's a real fear factor. You're taking off. Already, all of our celebrities, every edge they take, they don't know what's going to happen, whatever they're doing. And to say to them, you're going to take off in the air and land back on the ice, that's a huge
I think that's a tough
It is,
isn't it?
That's the thing, though. The stars are going to have to land the jumps to avoid the dreaded skate-off. But have you ever wondered how news of the bottom two finds its way all the way to Philip? We did some detective work to find out.
Welcome back to Dancing on Ice, the skate-off. The result show is genuinely the most exciting part of the day. It's what we've all built towards. Everyone has done their best to get through to the next stage of the competition, and this is where they find out. It's quite tense but quite exciting.
At the end of tonight's show, one of them will leave the show for good.
You've run out of time to do anything about it because the lines are closed. There you go, Jules.
Once the phone lines close, a very clever piece of software combines the judges' scores with the viewers' vote, and we see the result of who immediately at that point will be in the bottom two. Only 3 people see that on the production team, and it's one of the most confidential things I've ever come across in TV.
The results are in. We've combined your votes with the judges' scores.
The moment before we start to give Phil the results, Phil taps his ear, and it's become something he's done since the very first show.
I'm about to be given the results. Touching my ear was originally a secret code to say, yes, it's all OK, talkback's working. And, but now I
didn't even know that. Is that true?
Yeah, but now I do it for my daughter. That's a code to my daughter saying, thinking of you.
Ah.
Love you. The first couple, safe and skating next week, is...
He's relying entirely on us in the gallery. So in Philip's ear, I will say which couple is next.
First couple, it will be Kieran and Brianne.
Kieran and Brianne. I tend to look down, I don't meet their eyes in case they think they got a clue of some sort. There's no humour at that at all. It's very, very serious stuff.
At that moment in time, we call him Lady Gaga. Poker face. Did you know we call you that?
Don't call me Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
When we've decided that there's enough seconds of tension built up, and when the celebrities are about to burst, that's when Paul, our director, will cue him to say which couple's next.
Cue Philip. Kieran and Brianne! I do actually get quite a hard time from people saying, why do you pause? What's the, what's the reason? Say it. I can't. The 6th couple, safe and skating next week, is...
It will be Danny and Frankie.
It will be Danny and Frankie.
He's not allowed to do anything until he gets told. I know it looks like he's being a mean old silver fox, but he's not.
And cue Philip. Danny and Frankie.
Thank you, Philip, that was great.
Lady Gaga. That's all I'm going to be thinking. Come on, Lady Gaga.
Can I just say there's nothing more nerve-wracking than that moment? It's horrible. Now, I can't wait for Sunday. Emma, very quickly, who do you think's going to go this week?
It really depends who, gives the best
Emma.
performance.
Come on.
I think it could be down to Danny and Emily.
Danny and Emily. Thank you very much, Jane, Chris and Emma. The show will kick off on Sunday at 6:50 with Holly and Lady Gaga. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here next Friday at the same time. Bye-bye.
Bye.